problem with Dak because Lamar is the best in the world at something and has won 80% of his games.
He's 30-7 as a starter, as a 1-3 playoff record.
Dak is not the athlete. Dak is not. There's nothing about Dak I go, that's the best in the league. If you look at all the young quarterbacks who are flourishing, Kyler Murray, Lamar, Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. This is why I have questions about Daniel Jones. They all have something, and you're like, oh, whoa. That's why I have questions about Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield. They feel like guys, and they'll be good if their O-line's good and their weapons are good. Lamar is literally the most dynamic human being on the planet at quarterback. And by the way, he's a way better thrower than you think. His passer rating's in the high 90s, so stop telling me he can't throw.
I just feel like every team has to pay their quarterback. So if you're able to get a deal done early and spread the money out longer and manipulate the cap, and you know this is going to be your guy, then do it. Like, I don't have a problem with the Browns waiting another year to see what Baker does this year. But if Baker does what he did last year, you got to sign him. Like, everyone needs a quarterback. So this idea of, like, how much money they deserve what the market says quarterbacks are worth. Like, if you are obviously not the guy, then you can start having those conversations. But that's why I always push back on Dak. What are you going to do without him?
Well, take out Mahomes. Who hasn't Lamar beaten? Nobody's beating. I mean, honestly, take out Mahomes. Brady is beating Mahomes, and that's about it in the league.
Yeah.
Brady is beating Mahomes.
It's acceptable to lose to Mahomes.
Yeah. Yes, it is. And Randy Reed. Joy with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
By the way, Brady, do we have that bite on? Brady's talking about leaving the door wide open. I've said this 2 years ago. I'm not going to speculate when he leaves. I'm going to enjoy Tom Brady when he's here. I'm happy with it. Like, everybody picked apart Tiger Woods in a decade. He was the most dominant golfer ever. At some point, I don't understand the LeBron haters. Just enjoy it. He's like the best, second best basketball player, first best basketball player ever. Just enjoy Tiger Woods. Enjoy him. Enjoy Brady. I don't care when he leaves. I'm happy that he's here. But he didn't talk about extension and keep playing and blah, blah, blah.
Mentally, I know how to prepare, So I think a lot of those things it's really maintaining a championship level of play. It's not about, how much better can I be at 44 than I was at 38? It's more about, am I at a championship level as a quarterback? If I am, I'm going to play and I'm going to compete because I love it. And I love playing the game. So, naturally, I think for people, it's always easy to say, well, what more is there to prove? Or why keep playing? No, I play because I love the game. I play because I love to compete. We shouldn't stop our life, even though we love something, because it's just someone puts an arbitrary timeline on that.
The one thing Brady does have an advantage over is the three best teams besides Tampa in the NFC are all in the same division. Seattle, the Niners, Rams have the best rosters along with Green Bay, and Green Bay's imploding because of Aaron, so eliminate them. The Saints did. Breeze retires. And the Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers are going to beat up on each other, so only one of them gets home field advantage in the playoffs.
And Arizona is pretty good, too.
So you start looking at Tom. Tom is so functional at this point. He can lose athleticism. He is so functional and detailed that as the rest of the division beats itself up in the NFC West, and now Breeze is out and Aaron's eventually out, if Tom was just functional, it guarantees a fairly high level of success, because I think the high end of the AFC now is better than the high end of the NFC. I think Buffalo, Kansas City, and Baltimore, Cleveland, will see. Those three with those quarterbacks, next 10 years, they're in the playoffs every year. So Tom's timing is good. Everybody's rebuilding in his division, and three of the four other rivals are in the same division and all beat each other up. It's like the SEC. You only one, you're all beating each other up. If you put Georgia in the Pac-12, they win it going away. Instead, they can lose to Alabama and they lose to LSU. And so Tom's timing is very good. If he's functional, which he is, he's going to maintain a high level as long as he doesn't have an injury. I mean, Breeze, last 3 years, couldn't throw the ball down the field. Ben looks old.
One person who did not enjoy the movie, though, was the original Space Jam director, Joe Pytka. He told TMZ it took him 5 different sittings to finish watching it. He criticized the soundtrack and the depiction of Bugs Bunny. But his biggest diss was towards the king himself, saying the truth is that LeBron ain't Michael. So a little hateration up in here.
Well, you watched it, and your opinion was what?
My opinion is that it's a children's movie. So if you're leaving that theater with a, in-depth critique, then you have something you feel like you need to say about LeBron, because this was a kid's movie. This is not for you. It is not for me. I'm a 34-year-old woman. I saw the original Space Jam when I was 10 years old. So that's why I like the original Space Jam, because I was 10. You tend to really be embracing and clutch to things that you liked in your childhood. It's a good movie, Space Jam, the original one. It's one of my favorite sports movies because I saw it when I was 10. If I saw this one when I was 10, I would think it was amazing. It's for children. There's like video games and like corny jokes and getting your dad to appreciate what you're into. It's not for 30-year-olds. Get over yourself.
I know
it is a children. It's like coming out of Frozen. Like, I didn't appreciate the soundtrack. I don't know if these characters were developed enough.
It's a kid movie.
Stop taking yourself so seriously. It's a children's movie. It's not Shawshank.
Yeah, I mean, I have said Michael and LeBron and Magic. So take centers out. Michael, LeBron, and Magic are the three best basketball players, non-centers, I've ever seen. And they were all really different personalities.
Yeah.
Like Michael was relentless. Magic was joyful. Magic was fun. Like the perfect nickname.
Magic.
It was just fun. He smiled. He was fun. He was hugging people. Michael was hard and relentless. And LeBron's a little bit of both. There's a little bit of a business cutthroat to LeBron. And he also is more joyful. But we have to remember is that they're different movies because Michael and LeBron are different people. Their background, one grew up. I mean, let's be honest about Michael. Mom and dad and family. And then he goes to college with Dean Smith. He has this great support system. Well, LeBron didn't grow up like that, and then he didn't play college. So LeBron's background is different, and it's made him a completely different person than Michael. So the movies are going to feel different because the guys are different.
And they're going to be compared to each other because it's Michael and LeBron who are always compared to each other, and everyone loves the first Space Jam, and so they're going to compare it to the second one, which I also think is a mistake because it's not meant to be really a sequel. It's just it's kind of a remake, like with a completely different story.
Has there ever been let me ask this to the audience. Has there ever been a remake or a second that beats a first in movie history?
Yes.
What is it? I'm trying to think of one. Sequels. Has there ever been a sequel better than the first?
There's one that like everyone agrees on.
The Dark Knight?
Yeah. Empire Strikes Back. Godfather.
Well, Godfather 3 was a disaster. Godfather 2 was good.
Lord of the Rings.
Not many, though.
No, the second one. Like when you start getting to like the third and fourth and the fifth, like, okay, you're getting
Caddyshack 2, not good.
How do you feel about Rocky? Because I really
think
like
Rocky
the
was the
original
best.
Rocky. You like the original first Rocky movie the best?
I thought the story was more heartfelt, more genuine. It felt more real.
I really like the first Rocky also.
Yes.
But we're not going to talk about that one.
But
Rocky movie,
I guess my point is, it's a losing battle.
But like Creed is a remake, right? Like it's not really a sequel. It's a different storyline, and it was a good movie. So I don't know. I don't want to break down Space Jam.
Was Empire Strikes Back better than Star Wars? Is that the feeling in the movie industry?
Yeah,
the entire control room is yelling yes. I got a bunch of Siskel and Eberts back there that these guys know all the answers. I thought Star Wars was excellent.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Wasn't Star Wars great?
It was good, yes.
Right.
I don't know. I like the sequel too. But all I'm saying is it's a children's movie. Don't take yourself so seriously. It's not meant for you. So Lamar Jackson is eligible for a huge contract extension with the Ravens. His deal is expected to be done before those of his draft class, his peers Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield. He could reportedly get a deal that's worth between $40 and $45 million a year.
I don't